Yeah, man, say all praises and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to all our brothers who out there push his truth. In all sincerity and in all honesty, this is brother from Jamaica, I'm Jamaica Camp, I'm Yashaman.
My brother Shapal.
This evening, one of my video, you see me on this whole New Year's thing, because you know, we are at the time now, I get ready now to celebrate them, 2020. You see, so because, you know, a year-to-year thing. See, but hey, what a good part about this whole thing, how we see it take place now. You see, we see how close our deliverance is right now, because we see how Esau work hard now. You see, basically demonize us. We should go back to Bible prophecy. So we know pretty soon this society will come to an end. You see, we are looking for a better kingdom. We are looking to basically live continue in this society, because this is not our kingdom. See, so we are now let me get this article and then afterward continue some scriptures. My brother?
So this article posted online. Say the slaves dread New Year's Day. Worse, the grim history of January 1.
Done. That them New Year's thing, you know, right?
It's Americans are likely to think of New Year's Eve or New Year's Day as a time to celebrate the fresh start that a new year represents. But there is also a troubling side to the holiday, to the holiday's history. In the New Year before the Civil War, the first day of the year was often a heartbreaking one for enslaved people in the United States.
Talking about our foreparents, see me during the time of slavery and get brought over here, you see me on a cargo slave ship. See, so this basically go back to our history also. You see what happened to our foreparents, you see me during the time of slavery. You see me the 1st of January. Give me a scripture, brother. Isaiah 22. And I can go back in the article.
It's Isaiah 22 and verse 17.
Go on.
Say, behold, the Lord will carry thee away with a mighty captivity.
And what the scripture said, behold, the Lord will carry thee away with a mighty captivity. That's what happened to our foreparents during the time of slavery coming over this side of the world. Go on.
And will surely cover thee. He will surely violently turn and toss thee like a ball into a large country.
Into a large country. That large country is America. It seems so the Lord of the one basically use these so-called white people basically bring us over this side of the world. Our power scattered throughout the folk on earth. Basically face our punishment. The transgress the laws and statutes when give to us. Because he was saying, behold, the Lord will carry thee away with a mighty captivity. So the Lord of the one basically bring us into basically slavery. Basically use the so-called white man to bring us into slavery. Basically face our basically punishment. The transgress the laws, as we have said. Go on, brother.
There thou shalt die,
and
there the chariots of thy glory shall be the shame of thy Lord's house.
Exactly. Can I go back to the article, brother?
So it's, the first day of the new year was often a heartbreaking one for the enslaved people in the United States. Right? It's, in the African American community, right, New Year's Day used to be widely known as Iron Day. Right? Our heartbreaking day, as the African American abolitionist journalist William Cooper Nils described it, because enslaved people spend the New Year's Eve waiting, wondering if their owners were going to rent them out to someone else, right? Thus patiently splitting up their families.
So this is what happened back then. And right now we have mentioned when we started the video, people are getting ready now to celebrate this New Year's. This 2020. You see, but then during the time of slavery, you have our foreparents that are afraid. And I wonder what will happen to them. You see, during them time, because they must say, well, you know, if the owners are going to rent them out to a different slave owners, yeah, you know, Esau got Esau doing thing already. When them do them thing. And they can do whatsoever they want to do with it. Because that's all they basically do to our foreparents. You know? Maybe a woman get raped, you know, or something like that. Because that's Esau for you. What?
The renting out of slave laborers was lengthy common was a relatively common practice
Right.
in the antebellum South and a profitable practice with white slave owners or heirs. So it's part of the article. It's part of the article. It's an account. Right. So so one of these fateful days, right? Jacob saw a mother, right, led 7 children to the action block. She knew that some of them would be taken from her, but they took all.
So all them took. She thinks that some of them basically take so-called white man take from basically and every single one of them they take it. And go back to the Bible prophecy. You see, it's going to happen to more people. You see, because I go back to the curse. What the Heavenly Father basically put upon us. You can't read it, brother?
Yeah, I'm reading the curse.
Read the curse.
Right, so this is Deuteronomy, the 28, all right, and verse 32.
Go on.
It's so thy sons and thy daughters.
It's kind of like what happened to this woman in the article, in the basically article, Sakia. She thinks that so-called white man will take away some and children, and all of them get taken away. So this is what the scripture says. I got happen to 4 parents. It's a prophecy. This is what take place during the time of slavery. Go on.
Thy sons and thy daughters
What?
shall be given unto other people,
And to other people, to the so-called white man. Go on.
and thine eyes shall look and feel
What?
with longing for
Go on.
all the days of Sakya. With longing for them all the day long.
Go on.
There shall and there shall be no might in thine hands.
There shall be one no might in our hand because we don't have the power. You see, take them back from the so-called white man because we still have the rulership of the so-called white man. You see, we're still a slave to the so-called white man. So they want to 4 parents to the time of slavery. Like this woman we are reading about in the article. So-called white man, they take away our children them. And she couldn't even see back our children again.
Right.
Because you know, they gone from a different plantation. And that master there, I sell our children to a different plantation and they move around. You know? They don't even see back our children because that's what happened to us. You see, so all these things that the Heavenly Father basically put upon us as a nation, the transgress laws and statutes and give to us, ultimately basically fulfill Bible prophecy. People say all these things are going to be upon us for a sign and a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. It shows that we are the true biblical Israelites, the scriptures speak about. Go on.
Right. It's the slave traders who took the children would not tell her where they were taken, where they were taking them,
Go on.
because it depends on where he could get the highest price.
Go on.
Right. So Jacob said she would never forget the mother cry out, "Gone, all gone. Why don't God kill me?"
So that's what she has said. You do Deuteronomy 28 and 68 now, brother. Same place.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 68.
Go on.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake
Unto thee.
unto thee.
Go on.
So thou shalt see it no more again.
We don't see back to homeland again, no more. Even until this day, we don't see back to homeland. Go on.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies. You are basically selling an action block to our enemies. So-called white men are selling us an action block to other so-called white people who come basically buy basically 4 parents. You see, 125 going once, the 225, do I 325? You see, that's how they basically do it on an action block. Sell over 4 parents. So that's how the scripture says. You're going to basically get sold unto our enemies. You see me? Go on.
And ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Go on.
Right, for bondmen
For slave man, go on.
and bondwomen,
And slave woman,
and no man shall buy you.
and no man shall buy you. Even to this day, every day, we're still in the hands of the so-called white man. All these so-called heroes, so Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King, Martin Lucifer King, as we call him. You see, all them, Sam Shaw, Paul Bogle, and all these so-called heroes, them couldn't basically set us free. You see, because people say, no man shall buy you, nobody not basically able to take us out of the so-called white man. But the Lord, how shy, the man of people ignorant, they call Jesus, the true name in the Hebrews, is the Hawashai, Naaman Homan. He delivered Because I'm the one that can deliver the elect. According to the scripture written in Matthew 24 and 31. Say, Lord, I deliver the elect from the four wings of the earth. And not the whole nation of Israel. It's all about the elect on this side.
Right.
So, gone. Are we at that time right now? What's the rest, brother?
Yeah, that's what to point where I say, the Lord put us in this predicament.
Gone.
Right, so that Him are the only one who can redeem us.
Gone.
Right, because that's what His name is.
The Hawashai.
Yeah.
He delivered.
Hawashai, He delivered.
Or He saved. Because He can save us.
That's right.
Come out of the hands of the so-called white man. Very soon too. I will not people on a far-fetched thing, as I mentioned earlier. You see, Esau try hard now to demonize us, justify himself in the eyes of the public, to basically move at us. We should go back to Bible prophecy. So we know say pretty soon, you see me, the society will come to an end here because prophecy are happening, one back at the other. You see a lot of things taking place. Hey, a lot of so-called UFO, which are the chariots of Israel, sightings all across the world. All these things are part of the sign of our second coming. Our king, here how we shine, go on.
Alright, so this part of that is continues to enslave people who attempt to resist going to their new master were whipped, right, and thrown in jail until they relented, right, and promised not to run away during the new arrangement. Right? So the older slaves were also particularly vulnerable, as Jacob described one owner trying to hire out, right, a fairly, roughly 70-year-old woman because he was moving around. Right. But the history of New Year's Day in America was it's part of the article.
So you can get scripture now. Isaiah 28 revelation of regard of you. I want to paper to you. But yes, just see. Yeah, just Isaiah. Deuteronomy. Yeah, Deuteronomy 20. You see, because all these things basically happen to us as I mentioned earlier, and it's a bit for punishment. You see, but we at the time now the scripture saying Lamentation 4 and 22 so the punishment of iniquity is accomplished. So our punishment is accomplished. Reaching in our punishment right now. See me? So I'm to our four parents on my time I still come up to now. You see me reaching in our punishment. You see me? Right now. So it's the reason why now we see we had men of the Lord across the world waking up because I go back to our Bible prophecy. Because if I say Lord, I'm going to rise us out of the place where and scatter us. You see me? Give us back the understanding of the scriptures, yo. You see, make we basically come back to the understanding so we are the true biblical Israelite. You see me? Know our power. Go on.
Alright, so back in Deuteronomy 28 and verse 49 says,
Go on.
the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the ends of the earth, with a swift, as swift as the eagle flyeth.
I want the emblem for the so-called white man, the eagle. That's the emblem. It's in them logo, the eagle. Go on.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Go on.
A nation of fierce countenance,
Go on.
right, which shall not regard the person of the whole.
You say them go regard the person of the whole, so they're not busy about the whole people, they're not care for your whole. Go on.
Nor show favor to the young.
Or show favor to the young. You see me, so these so-called white people never show us no mercy at all. You see, because them cast off all pity.
Where can I approach?
As soon as we finish the video. Alright, we soon finish it. Go on.
So a nation of fierce countenance, which regarded, or which shall regard, shall not regard like persons of the whole, nor show favor unto the young, which shall eat the fruits of thy cattle and the fruits of thy land until thou be destroyed.
Until thou be destroyed.
Which also shall not leave thee neither corn, right, or wine or oil, or the increase of thy kind.
Exactly.
Right, give flocks of thy sheep until thou be destroyed.
Give me Lamentation, Lamentation 4 and verse 21.
So this is Lamentation 4. Lamentation 4 and verse 21.
Go on.
So rejoice and be glad, O daughters of Edom.
Go on. Talking about you so-called white people, the true biblical name are the Edomites. So it's supposed to rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, because I found the kingdom this. You see me? Found basically kingdom this, so basically supposed to rejoice and enjoy the kingdom, but reach at the end of the kingdom right now. According to basically scripture, go on.
So rejoice and be glad, O daughters of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee.
She said, the cup also shall pass through unto thee. What cup? She has people. You see me? The cup of basically slavery. We got through hardcore slavery. You see me? So she said, it will pass through unto thee. The curses were written in Deuteronomy 28th chapter from the 15th verse right down to the 60th verse. All these things are basically happen to you so-called white people. See, hold on. Yeah, we are finished soon.
No, soon. One of them time we can pause. I can pause, we will interrupt.
Yeah. All right.
So it's that dwelleth, so rejoice and be glad, O daughters of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee.
The cup also shall pass through unto thee, go on.
And thou shalt be drunken.
And thou shalt be drunken. So you go drink of it, yo. And super said double until you double. Go on.
And shall make thyself naked.
Go on.
So the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughters of Zion.
So our punishment accomplished. You see, we reach the end of our punishment as I mentioned earlier. Go on.
The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughters of Zion.
Go on.
He will no more carry thee away into captivity.
So now no more carry, so no more captivity. So can white man now bring us no more slavery. So this whole new world that I plan the bank leader right now, I plan basically accomplish that not gonna happen. Because this is what the scripture says, he will no more carry thee away into captivity. No more carry thee away into captivity. Go on.
He will no more carry thee away into captivity.
Go on.
Right, he will visit thine iniquity, O daughters of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
Exactly. You see, so with that, I say all praises and honor to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai Bashim, Makar Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Stone. Shalom to all our brothers and out there pushing truth in all sincerity and in all honesty. This is a brother from James, Jamaica Camp, Yashamai. And so all the brothers out there pushing truth, continue to push this truth. See, because pretty soon we're going to leave this wicked society. See, people say, what if somebody don't believe? A lot of people not really believe basically the truth or basically a push you. You see, if this man was public or I try basically something, that's what me always hear him down this. Some of them already come with already. You see, because I know him from down so. You see, so I'm telling you to wait. I want to interrupt the lesson. You see, so with that brother just continue to push this truth. You see, because pretty soon we're going to leave this society. You see me? See how close it is right now to the destruction of this society. So very soon we're going to basically leave this society.